Welcome back. How's everyone's afternoon been going? So good to be back at the Great Australian Craft Show. I'm Teresa Brown, for those that don't know me, and I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 14 years and just love what I do. Today I'm excited to share a suite with you, and it's the Ornate Garden Suite. I love the way Stampin' Up! Have put suites in our catalogue this year. And a suite means that you can put one code and you get all the products to that suite instead of having to order every product. I think that's amazing. Welcome to anyone that comes on, so don't forget to leave me a comment if you've got any questions about ordering, if you've got any questions about stamping, about my classes. You can pop over to my site, which is teresabrownstamping.stampinup.net, and that will, on there's got all my classes. It's got the catalogues down the bottom, PDF files, so you can upload them to straight away to your phone, or you can just pop on there and have a look. It's also got my shop, so you can go on there and shop. And don't forget, I've got that promotion happening until 6 o'clock tomorrow night. It started at 6 o'clock this morning. So there's 4 or 5 ways that you can order and receive different benefits. So, you know, if you email an order over $100 to me and direct deposit your money, you can get free postage. If you want to order online, you go into a draw for a stamp set, a die and embellishment and some paper pack that I'll send out to some lucky winner. So look, there's lots happening. It's all written up in the information. So have a read of it and don't miss out, because that does finish at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. It's only for today and tomorrow to get all that benefits. So without further ado, I'm going to bring you down to my workbench so that we can see, excuse my hand just for a minute, what we've got happening down here. Okay, so down here, this is the Ornate Garden Suite, and this is our new catalogue. I just love it. Have a look at this beautiful catalogue. Mine looks like it's been well worn. It has been turned over quite a lot of times. But in this suite down here, it shows you one code, the full price, which is $238, which is really a bonus because I'm going to show you a lot of the products. Some of them I haven't got any left because I've used them all. So I haven't got anything left of the ribbon, I haven't got anything left of the paper. But I'm going to share with you. This is a beautiful embossing folder that goes with this suite. It's just lovely. It's got all little flowers on it. It's just so cute. So you get that in that bundle. You also get the ornate layering dies, and they go with a stamp set. Have a look how beautiful these are. These are just absolutely beautiful. They're like framework. Absolutely gorgeous. So they're just the beautiful frames. So I'm going to show you some ways of using them. We have got the beautiful gold gems. These are just absolutely gorgeous. All these products come in this one suite. This is all for that $238. The thank you stamp set, which is beautiful. They're photopolymer, so you can see through them, so I love that idea. That's really, really great. We have another die set. This is the ornate border dies. These are just absolutely beautiful. These are borders, and I'll share some things that I've done with the borders as well. I'll just share something with you right now. This is a little bag-a-lot that I made. I made this from an envelope, and you can open it up and put some goodies in there. These are great for kiddies' birthday parties and things like that, so you can actually see that you can actually put something in there, which is really nice. I've decorated it up, and this little border here I've coloured in with the, that's this one here. and I've coloured it in with the Stampin' Blends, and I also punched out the little flowers here and added them to here, and then added some diamantes all the way through too. And out of our stamp set, the Ornate Style, I used the little flower here, and I used the thanks out of this stamp set. So just absolutely beautiful. The top of the little bag here is the little bit across here that I use. So absolutely gorgeous. There's so much you can do with this. This has also got the embossing folder on it, and I've done that in the yellow. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, absolutely beautiful. So all these come in the suite, which is really, really lovely. These are just gorgeous. I can't wait to have more time to play with them. You know what it's like when you get a new catalogue. We've only had ours the day before Craft Alive started, and my order came in yesterday through Craft Alive with some of them. So yeah, it was very tempting to be playing with it instead of doing what it was meant to be doing. So you can sort of see on here, they share some projects with you, and the stamp set and the thank you one. So also I have a bonus for everyone. Anyone that orders this stamp set before 6 o'clock tomorrow night will receive the Ornate Mega Tutorial Bundle. There's 90 tutorials put together, and they're all step by step. They've all got pictures, and they've got the measurements in both centimetres and inches. And I will either email or text message that through, or message that through to you, or whichever's easiest. And there's 4 parts, and there's 90 altogether. So that means there's 90 cards that you can make from this one suite, which is amazing. That's 90 different cards, and I've made more. So this suite is just absolutely amazing. I'm going to share some of them with you. This one here I've just done on the gold, and just used the designer series paper, added a little bit of ribbon, and also added the thank you on it. So that's quite sweet. This one here is the paper. It's absolutely beautiful that you can actually colour it with your blender pens, or your Wink Stella pen, or whatever you want to colour it with. You can colour the flowers and add that little bit of texture, your own texture to it. So that's really lovely. This one I've made a shaker card. And you can see that I've used the daisy leaves on here as well. This is a punch of ours, the daisy punch, and yeah, this shaker card, I've got it upside down for you. It's just lovely. It's what everyone likes to get, and it's also got the brick die embossing folder. That doesn't come with the set, but I've used it in this card. This one's a friendship one, which I love. These are very quick and easy. This is all the designer series paper. That's why I've got none left. I've been making heaps of cards. So 2-sided, absolutely gorgeous. This one's a very simple little one, so if you've only got a little bit of time, you can actually just do your thanks and add your designer series paper on it. I've just added a little bit of twisted ribbon on there, and that makes it for a very simple card. This one here is interesting because I actually cut this flower out of the paper. I just cut it out. I had a scrap and it just had the one flower. So I actually used the Stampin' Blends on that to colour it, and it just looked gorgeous. This one here I added the leaves from another stamp set, a happy birthday, some ribbon, and this is one of the papers to the designer series papers. This is using one of the borders, so I've just squashed that. One of the borders, and stamped out the stamp and just coloured it in and used diamantes on it, and it's really lovely. when I made these, I didn't have the whole suite with me. So, and then another thank you one, a smile one. So you can sort of see there's lots that you can do with it. I just cut out some pieces to share with you so you could sort of see what they were like. So, sorry, this one's I cut out in the gold, and I was trying to be very careful because I didn't want the pieces to fall out. I wanted it to keep it as a solid frame. So that's lovely. And then there's these ones that you can take out. This one I've done, and you can take the pieces out. Now, if you're really careful, you get some really cute little pieces that you can use on a scrapbook page or in a shaker card. So they're really good too. So I had a few practice runs with this one to just stamping, because I like it with it out, but I also like it with it in. And I did one on designer series paper as well, and you can use, doesn't show up quite as much on that. So it just shows you what you can and can't do. This is a bit bigger one, and this is a bit bigger one. So it's just showing you the different ones, and then this is the biggest one. The card that I actually made this morning, if you go back and look at that later, I actually used this set to actually make the card. Okay, so let's start with making, I'll just share a few more things with you and then we'll make a project up. This is the embossing folder, and it's really lovely as well. You can actually colour that with your Wink Stella pen. You can colour it with, I'll just get the Wink Stella pen. Or I might get the water aqua painter and just get a light blue. Just actually squeeze that together a bit, just to get a bit of a palette happening there. And I'll just show you, you can do a little light wash over it, and it will be just a little bit of blue popping out. So you can sort of see that it has got the little flower patterns on it, and it's really cute. I don't know what you can see or how much you can see in through the camera, but that's really lovely. I also, I've cut so many pieces out. These border frames are just absolutely beautiful. So you can do borders and actually put a sentiment in the middle of it. So I just was having a big play, as you can see. So also stamping out some of the images so that you can colour and make some cards out of just separately. So this was just a bit of a play time. Do you all have a bit of a play time? I'm sure we do. Okay, so let's get to our project today. I'm going to use one of our pizza boxes today, and these are great. These are food safe as well. So if you were going to make something up with this and put like a couple of Ansett biscuits or something like that, you could actually put it in because they're food safe. They've been proven to be food safe. They've got like a coated on the inside, so they're not hard to put together. And we're going to decorate this up a little bit, but I'm just going to fold all my folds to start off with. So that's going to be our lid. And we're also going to make up some cards. The other thing I wanted to share with you is we do have a pack of 3 sponges. These are awesome, and these are $7. They're in the catalogue, and you can get lots of sponges out of them because you just cut them. And I need a clean one because my others are all dirty, and you just cut them into either quarters or eighths, depends how thick you want your sponging. I quite often cut them down to the eighth, so you get a lot of sponging out of that. Okay, so we're going to decorate this up, and then we're going to make some little cards to go inside of it, and I want to share a few things with you with the dies. Sorry, I'm just getting some bits and pieces happening here that I want to share. Okay, so this is our front part of the box because this is the got the flap on it. Okay, so we're going to decorate this up, and I've cut out, I've got cardstock everywhere here. I've cut out a 7 by 7, and this is in the mossy meadow, and then I've cut out a 6.5 by 6.5 in the whisper white to go on here, and then I've also cut out a 5.5 by 5.5, and you can either have it with the green or with the pink. It just depends who you're making it for, really, to what colour you want your... I quite like the pink, so I'm going to probably go with the pink, and I'm just going to show you how we can sponge or how we can colour this up. I'm going to go with the Mossy Meadow ink. Now this is a dark ink, so you want to be mindful of this, okay? And we're going to go ink direct. And when I say ink direct, it means that we're going to come straight across our work like this. This is what we call ink direct. Okay, it's a really, really quick way of colouring something when you want it coloured, with a bit of texture through it, going through it as well. So I'm going to use the green. This is the Mossy Meadow, and I'm going to pop this on here. Then I'm going to pop our Whisper White on here. I'm using the Tombow glue. I like using the Tombow glue because you do have a little bit of movement around, of moving your cardstock around. The other thing I like about the Tombow glue is it's double-sided to use, so you've got a wider end. So if you're doing a bigger project, which is really good, and if you're doing a fine project, then you can use this little fine end. Just like to welcome everyone. Welcome for coming on. Sorry I can't see your names at the moment. I've got my head down working. So please leave me a comment, share and like, and love hearts or questions or whatever you like, and I will get back to you straight after we're finished, when I finish the video. So I would like you to tell me a little bit about yourself, what you like and what you like doing, and everything like that. You know, it's nice. So I'm going to probably put the word friend. This is another die cut which is really gorgeous. This doesn't come with this set, but it's really lovely little die. It's got little words. So this one's got friend, and I'm just going to pop them out. We do have a die brush and a pad that you can run across them, and most of them fall out. Okay, how's that going? That's pretty good. Now I just want to come in here because I've got some flowers in here that I want to use. So I've punched these out. This is one of our little punches. It's really cute. If anyone saw our celebration one, it was actually in the celebration brochure. So a really cute little punch. I'm just going to use the bone folder to soften the edges of it. This will help just make the paper, them curl up a little bit. Okay, so we've got a black one. I'm going to use one that I punched out of some scraps because it's got a bit of green on it, which can go in underneath that one, which would be really nice because you don't have to have all the same paper. It's got a bit of gold on it, so it's quite sweet actually. I'm just looking for my little dimensions, which are just here. Sorry, I'm just moving some stuff. So our little baby dimensions are just so cute. They are so tiny. And I'm just going to take they're double-sided, and I'm just going to put our flower in there, so you've sort of got a little bit of the green happening there as well. And then I'm going to use one to pop down on our box as well. So I'm just going to bring in a little flower there. Now with the word friends, it's probably will be all right just sitting on there. You could probably just sit it there okay, and with being black, I mean, it still shows up. So now I've been showing people how to actually use the silicone mat and how to use the snail, which is our old glue, because we've got a new glue coming in. But today I just want to share with you how to use a little bit of our Tombow glue if you want to use it. We've also now got our new sheets of paper, sheet glues that you can actually put on the card and then run it through the Big Shot, and it's actually got the sticky on it. So what you do is you just pick up your glue off your silicone mat and you just dab it onto the word. The good thing about the silicone mat is the glues don't stick to it. It's really strange, but it just doesn't stick to it. So just go over it. It will make it really tacky for you to be able to stick it down onto your project. Now I just want to show you what I mean by that. This is the snail we had, and this is your silicone glue, your silicone mat, and as you can see, it won't work on the silicone mat. Okay, where you use your glue, the Tombow glue, you just wash your mat and it will come good. So that's a good thing too. So I'm just going to put that aside. You can decorate this up as much as you want, but I'm just going to leave it for a minute because we've got a few cards to make. Okay, so this is what happens when you use the Stamping Direct, but that's okay. Okay, so our next little card, I've cut some cards down, and I've cut them, I'll give you the measurements of the cards that I've cut down. So the card is cut down to 15.5 centimetres by 7.5 centimetres, and then just scored in half. Okay, and I'm just going to work on here. I might work in here where it's clean. And then I've got basic black, and that is measured at 7 by 7. And I'm just going to use the Tombow glue. Welcome everyone. I hope you're enjoying today. We all make different things, and I come up with a lot of different projects over the last 3 months. Doing Craft Alive, or the Great Australian Craft Show, doing my Crafty Thursday, doing Thursday night cards as well as now organising my Christmas one. So there's been a lot of cards going through that are going up on my sites. Okay, so we've got our basic black, and then we're going to come through with, you can either do the colour or you can do the white. It's entirely up to you. I'm just showing you options. So you can do the colour, but I'm going to show you how we're going to cut this frame down. And I'm just going to get my little mat. So this is the little mat and our little brush, and if you just run this across, it's just so easy to get all those little pieces out of it. So can you see how all the little pieces are now come out of the side here? I'm just going to empty that in the bin. So very easy to do. They actually have now the brush comes with the pick tool, which is really good tool to have, and the brush comes on the end of this. I love the pick tool. It's got a piercing side on it, so if you've got a couple stuck on there that won't come out with the brush, you can just use your piercing tool to get them out. If you unwind this, it's got a little spatula on the other side, so if you're doing something that you want to lift up, that you've glued and you want to lift up, you can use the spatula. So it just winds in like this. This side's got the putty in it that you can pick up little pieces, which is like sequins and things like that. It's really great. And it's also got another section in there that's got a piercing embossed scoring tools. And also now the new brush hooks into this as well, which is really great. So you get a lot of pieces for that tool, which is really good. Okay, so I'm just going to empty that, and you can sort of see all the little pieces have come out. I'm just going to grab that and wipe it down there. Okay, so with the big ones like this, it's just too big to put on here. But how could we actually use it that we could cut it down? So we would work it out that where we would cut it. So I'm just going to use my scissors. So I'm just going to cut it right across here. Then I'm going to work out where I'm going to pop it on this side. So you can make it as big as, I might go one smaller. Cut it on this side here. Just go one smaller, just make it a little bit smaller. Okay, and then you would actually pop that on there so that it lines up. Okay, and that will give you a small square. So I just need to cut this off. So I need to cut it off around here. And then these two pieces are going to come together. Can you see how you get a nice square? You just got to line them up when you're gluing them. But you get a nice little square then, which is so good because that is going to fit right in the middle here. So even though the other one was really long, we can cut them down. Don't be scared to play around with your dies and have a play and see what you can make with them. I do. I like to see what I can get out of my dies and out of my punches and everything like that. So it lines up pretty well, pretty good. So that's really awesome. So that now will sit over the top of our flowers here, which is really good. Then I've actually got some of this. I've actually ran the Wink Stella pen over this and to give it a shimmer, and it's really lovely. So I'm just going to cut another square out here. Just cut out here and just work out roughly where I want it on here, and this will actually sit over the top, which will be really lovely. And I'm just going to work out roughly where I want it. Okay, and this will sit right on top here, which is really nice. So I'm just going to, that actually had snail on the back of it because I had stuck it down on the silicone mat earlier to colour it with the Winker Stella pen. So it's really lovely coming up with some different creative ideas with your dies, and especially when you've got so many of them in this kit. It's just absolutely beautiful. So then we can, I think I'll go with the pattern one, and you can go either side. This was the one I was telling you about that you can colour, so which is really nice. So we can stick this on here. Get your little border all the way around. I'm also going to pop a black piece in the centre. And then I'm also going to place a mat on top of that, which this one is 6.5 by 6.5, so the black would have been 7 by 7 centimetres. But it's nice to have something on the inside that you can actually write on, and it's just decorates it up a little bit by doing the inside as well. You can stamp it and put images in there. Now we're going to put a flower on this one too. I've got some white flowers here. You can put black flowers on them, you can put white flowers. I've got some gold flowers, so we could put a gold flower on it. We've even got some designer series paper ones here with the green on it, so you could even pop that on it if you wanted to, so it's entirely up to you. I'm going to go gold this time, and I'm just going to use the bone folder to just to turn it over the other way so the gold's facing inwards, and just curl it with your bone folder just so it curls up a little bit, and it gives it that old world sort of look, because it just gives it a bit of a crinkled look instead of a smooth look. Okay, we're going to use the little baby dimensions. If I can find where I just put them. Does anyone else have trouble hiding stuff on themselves? I always do. I'll use glue. I'm not quite sure where I put them. That would teach me for not cleaning up. I was playing, having a play in my break. Okay, so I'm just going to stick two together there. Just stick a little bit on the bottom and pop that in the centre there. I just want it to curl up a little bit. We're going to use a pearl in the centre of it. So just going to grab a pearl, and this is where the little spatula comes in really handy, even the point, but this little spatula comes in really handy as well for lifting up your pearls and things like that. So you've got your little pearl on the end of your spatula there, and you can just pop that right in the centre. Whoops, that didn't go in the centre quite. Okay, so want to crinkle these up a little bit and just curl them up a little bit. Lovely. So that's a really good tool, that one. So we're just going to pop this now on our card, just with a bit of Tombow glue. And just give it a few minutes to dry. Okay, so we'll go back to, I'll just show you the other cards I made a fraction bit earlier. I made a few cards a little bit earlier. I made this one, which is really nice. It's got the green. And made one and stamped the little image on the inside that comes in one of the stamp sets. So that's really lovely too, sort of bringing that in. Now all these are going to go into the box. It's going to make a little gift for someone. So with your box it comes up. This curls over, turns over. Okay, so it just presses over like this. And this is really the only spot if you wanted to glue, but I don't glue if you're going to put food in it. It usually just stays pretty well down like this. You can actually put all your little cards in there. We have the little envelopes as well that goes in there quite nice. And the box comes over. These go in the inside. I'll turn it around this way so you can sort of see what I'm doing. These go on the inside. And come down, come down. All goes on the inside. And that little bit there tucks into that little bit at the front there. And that's how quick and easy it is to make a little box card with 3 gorgeous little cards in it. It's just so lovely. I've just got to jump up and grab my other cards, so I'll lift them over here. Sorry guys, I just moved stuff out of the way a bit earlier. I did. Sorry, I moved stuff out of the way earlier because I was working over here. Okay, I'm just going to move these out of the way for a minute. So that is so cute. It really is a cute little container with cards in it, and I've given them away a lot for prizes. Now this is the one that I cut the flower out of and coloured up. Really lovely paper. And I just want to show you how nice the blenders go over this when you're working with it. And you just grab whatever blender you want and you just can colour in the flowers. So it's really, really lovely to work with the blenders this way. And because it's gold embossed, you'll get the outline of the flowers, which is really beautiful. So you can do as much or as little as you like, really, if you were going to do it. I've also used this paper for wrapping paper because to match the card. So that's really lovely too, because it's a 12 by 12 sheet. And if you're doing a nice little gift, that's really handy. It's great for scrapbooking. If you're a scrapbooker, you can scrapbook away. Okay, so we've got that, and then you can come in with the yellow on the inside of the paper, so you can sort of see how. I hope you can see. Hope you can see that. You can sort of see how the flower really stands out. Okay, so that's a really nice way of doing it. It's also got this pattern on the other side. Now you just got to remember, if you're using the blender pens, they do bleed, so you will need something underneath your work here. Okay, because it will stain your table, is what I'm trying to say, sorry. So I've cut out a card here. We're going to make another quick card for you. And this one is 21 by 14.5, and this is a little bit bigger one to go with the cards that we've got there. I just want to do a black mat on it, and this one is 14 by 10, so we're just going to stick that straight down on your paper. How is everyone today? Everyone surviving the cold weather? Or well, I suppose that depends where you live, but some of my family live in Queensland and said it's very cold up in Queensland at the moment. So if it's really cold in Queensland and they're saying it's cold, then it must be cold. Okay, so I'm just going to stick that down. I didn't quite put enough on there. And just going to do the white one. So you can put a black mat on it that way, or we can do it this way. And we can pop it in here. And where did that emboss bit go that I had a bit earlier? I'm just going to find that embossing part. Just wanted to have a little look. I've got stuff everywhere again. Okay. Oh, it's in this one here. I keep all my little bits and pieces in these Stampin' Up cases. They're fantastic. You can get these through us, and you get 4 in a container. And I tell you what, they are the best thing for keeping all your little bits and pieces in it, because they just stand up on the shelf out of the way, and I use them quite a lot. So you can bring in an embossed piece on the centre, and you can also bring in a black piece if you want to, and yeah, we'll go that way. Okay, what's on the other side of that one? Oh, that's a coloured one. Okay, we'll go with this one. So we're going to stick this one down. I was going to go black, but I think I'll change my mind and go with the emboss texture, because this is the embossing from this die set, from the sweet set. So we're going to stick that one down. We're going to stick our black one down. So tell me, leave me comments. Tell me what you like, whether you like card making or scrapbooking. Tell me if you're a newbie. Are you a Stampin' Up demonstrator, or whatever you are, whatever you like doing, I'll put it that way. Yeah, because we're all different. We all, you know, some of us are hobbyists and some of us are demonstrators, and yeah, so just entirely up to whatever you are. Now this one, I cut out one of the little frames to stick on the centre here, and this is what I was saying before. We could have put a white one along there, but yeah, I decided I'd just share it with you over here. And we can pop that in the centre. And we're going to get our silicone mat back. Which is here. And we're going to put a little bit more glue down. I think I used this corner before, but it was up the other end. So when you use your glue, you want to just get the glue on it and just pat it up and down like this to make it nice and smooth on your sponge. Make sure that your word is upside down, and then just pat it onto it, because it will only go on to where you need it. So I really love that idea. I hope you loved some of the tips that I've given you today. So we'll just put this friend here. Now we can decorate that up a little bit with some pearls if you want to. You can add some pearls to the flowers, or add to the card, or you can keep it like this. But you can do it all in the same colour, like you could do this colour here and here, but this is a really lovely set. So you could write on your card to your friend and you could give her her present. These little boxes are great for jewellery. If you've got you want to do jewellery, we need to put a pearl into the centre of our flower up here. I should get the little spatula because it's a lot easier to lift it up. Okay, so we just put a little pearl in there. Okay, so you can add a flower to our card if you wanted to add a flower to our card. You could add one of these little flowers to the card if you wanted to, but I'm just going to keep it as plain like that. And I've got a pearl stuck to my finger and keep it like that. So I'm just going to bring this up. Thank you so much for sharing today. Don't forget about our my specials. If anyone likes to order with me today, you can earn free postage, you can earn to go into draws. There's so much happening. Make sure that you read all the information. And they're the beautiful card and box that we made with the cards inside of it, which is a great little present. Really, really great. I hope you enjoyed that today, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I was meant to do another 15 minutes, but I prepared too much. That's not good, is it? So I will catch up with everyone tomorrow, and thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to go over to my blog, which is stampingwiththeresascraftroom.blogspot.com. And if you want to go to my shop, thanks Tammy. It's so nice that people acknowledge that something that you've made is nice. Thank you so much. Are you a new stamper, Tammy? It's nice to have a bit of a chat, actually. I like having a bit of a chat because when it's down, the camera's down, I don't get to see all your messages coming through. So so make sure you follow up on all the promotions. If you want to join Stampin' Up and become a demonstrator, we have a fantastic promotion going at the moment as well. For $169, you get $239 worth of products, and you also get a bonus bundle. So a bundle is a die cut and a stamp set. So like this, your bundle is like this. Thank you. And so you can earn this, you can get this free at the moment, or any bundle that you would like out of the new catalogue if you become a demonstrator. If you go over to my site, which is Teresa Brown Stamping .stampinup, card and scrapbooking. Yeah, I love cards and scrapbooking too. You can actually see the shop over there. You can see all my promotions and all the Stampin' Up specials over there as well. So make sure you pop over to teresabrownstamping.stampinup.net, and you can click on the links. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now. Thanks, Tammy.